Hello everyone, this is attorney Wang. Welcome back to my channel. Today my channel have a special guest, Mr. Eddie Johnson. Eddie started his own jewelry brand, Verdure watches, back in 2012. And Verdure means vigor, health, endurance, and health. So today let's talk about the experience and the story of Eddie to start and run his own business. Welcome, Eddie. Would you please introduce yourself to our subscribers, please?
Thank you, Lynn. So I'm Eddie Johnson. I am the owner and designer of Verdure watches. We also have fine jewelry as well. So I stepped into fine jewelry fairly recently, and it's just been it's been an enjoyable and learning journey and a process. Um, yeah, I started in 2012. I do everything by myself. I hand draw all of my designs. So it's really, like that inspiration that I get from everyday life. I can step outside, see something in nature, and come up with a with an idea for another collection, another watch or a piece of jewelry. So that's really what I do.
Yeah, so what triggers you first, like to develop the business in jewelry area? I feel like, will you say like you have the inspiration like from the life or like when you were born, you were like that? Oh, so what triggered you? Yeah.
So what triggered me to start a business, just a business in general, really my grandfather, my dad, my cousin, my great grandfather, all were business owners and they all own their own thing. So it's kind of like in my genes, I guess you can say, is
Yeah.
just
It's
being,
your blood, right? Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And being, being your own person, your own boss, that type of thing. And then when it comes down to watches, my dad has been an avid collector uh, for years, longer than I was born, actually. And I just remember him always having watches on to match his suits and everything like that. So I actually went with him one day to a black tie affair, and he let me wear one of his watches, a beautiful watch. Can't remember the name of it, but I just remember looking at it, taking pictures of it on my wrist, and I'm like, man, this is nice. I really like watches now. And so I just came up with an idea in college, and I was like, you know what? I could get these watch parts, send them to a horologist to put them together, and I could come, have a watch brand, sell them that way. So I ran the idea by my dad, and he said, that's a good idea, but you could do it the right way. You know
Mhm.
how to draw, so you can come up with your own designs. You find a manufacturer and have a real business out of it. And it's just so funny that when I was about 8, um, it was prophesied over my life that God would use me in business and I would travel. And just things developed over the years. I actually was selling t-shirts and jeans and stuff in high school, and I made some good money out of it. So that was like the business acumen kind of being produced and I guess honed in a sense at a young age. And then once the story I just mentioned, once I just kind of came up with the idea to have the watch parts and put them together, that's when everything just kind of came together full circle. And in 2012 is when I birthed the idea. And 2015 is when I came out with my first line called the Premier Collection.
Wow, that sounds
Mhm.
really very exciting. So it is exciting to be your own boss, to have your own business, but I guess it is very handful as well. So what is a typical day like in your life as a business owner?
So it's definitely a handful.
Yeah.
I also, along with having my own business, I also do work a 9 to 5, and that is doing social media and
Mhm.
sales and marketing. So it kind of all works in together with my own business.
Yeah.
Making different connections that way and kind of bring that over into my own line of business. So
Yeah.
every day, I go to my job, but then I also come home and even also on the job, I'm jotting down ideas and things I can do for my own business. I'm fulfilling orders and stuff like that. So
Mm.
it's very busy, along with managing, having a family, having children,
Yeah.
so it's definitely a lot of sacrifice involved in it. A lot of times you don't get much sleep, but it's all for good because at the end of the day, I have a dream that I want to achieve. I've already made some really big strides in the world of watches, in the world of timepieces.
Mhm.
But there's more things that I want to achieve and accomplish, and to really get my brand to a place that I really want it to be. So yeah, I'm always thinking of ideas. I'm connecting with different people. Um, Talking to people such as yourself and doing things like this. I love this. This is probably the most enjoyable part of having my own brand is being able to share my story, being able to talk to people like yourself and talk to the public and different people that are interested in, kind of who I am.
Know each other.
So
Yeah, yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
And being able to just help out and give whatever type kind of advice and encouragement that I can give. So that's really kind of what it is day to day.
Yeah, like it is like challenging but rewarding, right? You will say.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So, like, because you see, you have your own business, right? So, Verdure watches, but you have a regular work as a salespeople, and salespeople are always very busy, and you have children,
Hmm.
you have family to support. So,
Hmm.
how do you balance like so many roles and so many tasks like in your life?
You kind of have to like budget your time. In the beginning,
Mhm.
I would always just say, okay, I could handle this. I could just do everything. I remember everything. But as time went on, I'm like, I can't remember a lot of these things. I forget stuff. So I use my calendar a lot to make sure my time is allocated properly, nothing
Yeah.
is overlapping, stuff like that. So you really have to be organized in order to manage everything. And there's different demands that happen, especially being a family man. You have your family that comes above all else. And
Mhm.
so, you have to prioritize that. But you also have to be self-starting when it comes to your business and whatever dream that it is that you possess. Is like, okay, I know I have X, Y, and Z to do that doesn't include my business, but I'm gonna squeeze in time. So like I said, sometimes you don't get much sleep because you're up late, you're thinking of different things or whatever the case may be, but you have to be self-starting and you have to really be disciplined and budget your time out properly. So make sure that you can get everything done in a timely fashion, but also to make sure that you're not burning yourself out at the same time.
So you mean you have to prioritize, you have to be organized, and you have to sometimes sacrifice something. But
Absolutely.
yeah, you always know that there is something over there to trigger you to
Hmm.
proceed. So that's very important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
because some of my subscribers, some of the people around me, they want to start their own business, but
Hmm.
they don't know how to start it, or like they don't know what kind of things they should do to help them.
Hmm.
Like, do you have some suggestions for such friends, like what they should do, or like what they should avoid, like when they start their own business? Thank you.
Yeah, so really just understand what it is that you want. What are your talents, your gifts, your skills that you want to see put into a business or that you want to be able to have to produce something for yourself.
Hmm.
Once that happens, you figure out, say you're trying to get into products and everything like that. Whatever it is, watches, jewelry. I'm just naming the things that I know, right? And you have to kind of educate yourself on the whole production process.
Mm-mm.
The just from A to B when you designing something to all the way to production, you want to understand that. But then also when you come up with your ideas and the things that you want to do, you want to make sure they're protected.
Mm.
So protected meaning like for myself, and I learned this a little bit late in the game, but I'm glad that I ended up doing it. But I had to trademark my name. That's really your protection. You want to trademark your ideas, your name, your brand, just to make sure it's all there because you don't want to do something and start it and have it doing really well.
Yeah,
Next
yeah.
thing you know, someone sends you maybe cease and desist order saying, "Hey, you're doing what I'm doing. My name is protected. You're not. I need you to stop." Or I had this name. I need some money from that because you made stuff, so you want to protect yourself. So you
Yeah.
trademark yourself, you create an LLC, and
Mhm.
then you want to try to connect with people that have been there, done that, that are already in the lane that you want.
Right.
We see a lot of coaches out here, on social media.
Mentors. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mentors. You want to connect with someone that doesn't really want anything from you, but
Yeah.
they want to give you something. They want to give you information and
Right.
want to see you thrive and succeed. And you also want to have people in your own corner, your own personal circle that aren't yes men, that don't want to just tell you yes to everything, but they aren't afraid to tell you no because they know
That
it's
will
good
not
for you to
work.
hear that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so you want to that's those are really the main things that I would say starting off.
Right.
Protect yourself, get your ideas together,
Mhm.
trademark your ideas, start your LLC, and go from there. Have a mentor, and then do what you
Right.
need to do
So
after that.
basically, you have to have your own people, and
Yeah.
you have to have the inner desire to be in this business, and you
Yes.
have to protect yourself. That's very,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Thank you very much, Heidi. So do you have anything to share with my subscribers like family?
Um, just like I said, make sure you are absolutely 100% in on what it is that you want to do.
Mhm.
I say that, for myself, I know God gave me this vision to have a watch business. And sometimes when you talk to certain people, you tell them certain things, they don't always understand. They don't always appreciate what it is that you're saying because it's not them doing it. It's not for them. It's not their dream or their vision
Yeah.
or their idea. So you can't be discouraged when people may talk against it, but you have to be self-starting.
Right.
You have to be able to say, you know what? Yeah, I hear all that stuff. That's all well and good. I appreciate it. But I know that this is what I want to do. I know that this is a dream or a vision or an idea that I know God has given me or something that I just always have wanted to do on my own, and I'm going to do this. You have to be very motivated and dedicated to your work. So that's really what, that's the biggest thing that I would give to
Right.
anyone listening.
Yeah, so you will hear different voices when starting and running your own business, but you have to confirm yourself. You have to make sure that you believe in whatever you are doing. So you have to have the
Right.
inner desire and the courage to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, being a business owner, it's not for the weak, it's
Yeah,
really like
yeah,
something that,
totally agree. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, you have to have thick skin when you go into business because people can sense when you're new into something. So you get into a room with someone that knows, okay, this guy or this girl is green. They don't know anything yet. So maybe I can kind of take advantage of them a little bit. But those things, it's kind of like part of the course. Those things kind of help you develop your business acumen, your business sense, and it develops who you are going to be moving forward as you go into business. So it's not always fun to be on the receiving end of that, but it's if you have the right mindset, if you're mature enough to handle that, it's really worth it because it teaches you a lot down the road as you progress and grow.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And also, we definitely have something to share with my subscribers. So we will put the website link of Verdure watches like in the
Yes.
description column. So if you are interested in knowing more about Eddie Johnson and his business and the beautiful watches and the fine jewelries, please check the website and you definitely will find something very fun to explore. Thank you very much, Heidi, and thank you for watching this video. This is Attorney Lin Wang in Trust and Wills. Thank you. Bye.
All right.